respect your time, and thank you again for taking the time this morning to join us. I was actually just in a Block 4 class. It was just so great to participate with the students this morning. We were going through one of our Cooper time lessons, and this one was talking about, being a respectful citizen in a Cooper community and the honor code and things like that. And just such thoughtful responses and deep thinking from your students. Just so grateful every day to interact and work with such a great group of teachers, parents, and students. But again, want to thank you for joining us here. We're going to be talking about our after school program. For those of us who have joined before, we'd like to kind of kick off with the same community builder. But first I want to introduce kind of who's with everybody this morning. I'm Mike Rath. I'm the 8th grade assistant principal. Joining us today, we also have Mr. our assessment coach, Ms. Gavis, our director of student services, Mr. Fringle, who's the man of the hour running our after school program, and Ms. Dorman, our technology specialist. So let's go ahead and get started. And this time we're going to post an emoji of your favorite activity. We felt like this one was kind of right in line with what we're talking about in our topics here this morning. So in the chat, you can pull out the little purple arrows and see your chat bubble feature, and then throw an emoji in there of maybe one of your favorite activities. See some running, watching college football. I would agree with you on that one, mister. There's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of choices. I don't usually make it down the different activity ones. Looks like some traveling, some yoga, cooking, absolutely. I like eating, so I can relate to that one. Ping pong, yeah, great. That a lot of your students have a variety of activities that they enjoy, and I know Mr. Fringle has been very thoughtful about some of the programming that he's instilled here in Cooper in previous years, and you may all be wondering, what's going on this year with the program. See some different softball, some cooking, excellent. So without further ado, you didn't come to see me. I think you came to see Mr. He's our after-school specialist. He's been really working hard with all of our teachers to learn our new learning management system with Schoology, and to create some great opportunities for kids to not only connect with activities that they've maybe enjoyed in previous years, but also things that they're interested in this year, and also to connect with each other in our Cooper community. So with that, Mr. Fringle, go ahead and take it away.
All right, let me make sure my video is working here. This is the time of day where my bandwidth typically goes out, so my apologies for anything that happens. Hi, I'm Mr. Fringle. I have been at Cooper now for 13 years, and 2020 is a great year for lucky number 13. But that being said, we have gotten the program off the ground last week, and it is going technically, on the technical side of things, pretty smoothly, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. So today I wanted to go over a few things, 5 main points, which is why we do after school in the first place, especially now, general information, how to get involved, some of what the program offerings are. I want to talk a little bit about the online format, because I know there's a lot of questions about that. And then at the end, I want to open it up to questions for you guys for a few minutes. I want to respect your time, so I don't want to take a whole lot of time, but I know you do have questions. So historically, teens get into trouble and preteens get into trouble between the hours of 2 and 6 p.m. That's when I did it when I was a kid, and I was really good at it. Healthy alternative activities were needed for people like me and for kids pretty much ever since. And at Cooper, we focus on 3 core areas of those activities, and that's academic, health, and enrichment. You can think of enrichment as the fun stuff, and the other 2 are pretty self-explanatory. The website will have a lot of the clubs and activities listed with a brief description on most of them. It will be updated as things change. I know this week our Scale Model Club had to change the day it meets 2 times because of just student availability, and our staff, Mr. Holman, was very gracious and made himself available to change with it. And our apologies to Mrs. Dorman for having to make the updates on the website every other day. But everything will be posted here as far as the schedule of activities and some descriptions, and there's a note or 2 on things that are coming. This is currently what we have going. As of yesterday, this is out of date. Scale model building is going to Friday. Information regarding signing up will be on the after school general page of the Schoology groups. So if your child can't find where to go, that's where I'm posting things. It's in the Schoology groups, it's in the after school general information, and that will have a link to the Google the Google form that will take them to the sign up. And they will do that each day that they want to attend a club. And then I will email them an access code to get into that club. So some programming notes that are important. Competitive teams this year, due to the online format, took a beat. Robotics, our sponsor couldn't do it this year, so we've come up with an alternative. We're going to be doing Arduinos and just sort of in-house robotics stuff. Model UN, they are going all online. Science Olympiad has switched to an all online format, and the debate league that we were a part of just decided not to do anything this year at all. So I am currently in talks with the other middle schools to form our own private debate league with the other middle schools. And I'll talk more about partnerships with other schools in a moment. Coming soon this year, we're trying to get African American student group put together. This year has been interesting for that sort of thing. So we feel that it's time. And I fully support that. And our principal, Mrs. Barrow, has been hard at work trying to put that together. Science Olympiad, I know a lot of you have many, many questions regarding that. Our current status of that is, yes, we are going to have a team. It will be all online. We are currently building the tryout test, and as soon as we have more information ready for that, we will push it out to you, and you will be the first to know. Robotics, I've already mentioned on the fact that we're not doing First Tech Challenge this year just because of a myriad of technical issues. So we're going to be doing an Arduino club. Now, if you're not familiar with it, Arduinos are a robotics platform. If you're familiar with the Raspberry Pi concept of computers, it's a computer that's about that big. The Arduino is a robotics platform that's very similar. The chip itself is probably about like that. And you can program it to do pretty much anything. Our Cooper Buddies program with our special needs students is coming back. I'm currently building that with Ms. Chaplin, our Room 209 person. And we have a lunch meeting today, I believe. So stay tuned for all of that. We will have information coming out, and it will be on the website. Now, a note about the online format. This year, the online format has made a lot of things interesting and changed a lot. And due to that, partnerships are now a possibility where they weren't before. Gatehouse typically wanted everything to be done in the middle schools in-house as much as humanly possible. Now, since everything is online, they're saying, let's open up the floodgates, let's see what we can do. So myself and the other middle schools, including the Schoology sites, have been working together to try to come up with partnerships. I mentioned earlier that debate is probably going to be the first one of those. We're also going to try to reach out to the Reston Center and the old Firehouse Teen Center. I worked with them over the summer for our VAP camp, and it was really successful. And so when something is finalized, we will post it on the website. But I wanted to put this on your radar that this is a new possibility due to the format that we've switched to. I don't know exactly what will happen second quarter if we come back or if we don't. As soon as I know something, I will. So I hate in that aspect, but for right now, for the foreseeable future, everything is in this format, and we have possibilities. And with that, I want to remind you to check the website for updates. If you have any questions, there's a club that we could do. Here's my email address. And I can take a few questions now if you're ready. Thank you, Mr. Rath, for putting that up there. Okay, one question. Can they push through updates as an email announcement in addition to updating? Yes, we can put out News You Choose announcements.
And just to follow up on that, Wendy, I see the question about those as we continue to build different programmings. Our News You Choose goes out on Wednesday afternoons. So as we continue to evolve with this program and possibly add different ones or have updates, we will primarily let the students know through Schoology, but can communicate with you all through an As You Choose update.
I realize I blew through some of that quickly. Drama. Math counts. Okay, let me take drama first. Since we're not meeting in person, I'm not sure how drama is going to work this year. I know I've been speaking to my drama teacher, and she's not sure either. So we decided not to tackle that for the first quarter. More information will be coming out as soon as we can figure out how to physically do it, because that one's kind of tough to do virtually. And now math counts all virtual. I am getting the schedule together with the sponsors this year. We have the sponsors, we have got the team all registered. Now we just need to recruit students and figure out what day of the week to run it. That information will be coming soon. I'm looking to start the beginning half of next month. For debate, well, debate is currently meeting, and when we get some sort of competition set up with the other middle schools, I will get that information pushed out to the debate club first, and then it will go out. Let me see, do they join the clubs for the year or the quarter? That's the thing, our enrollment is open unless otherwise stated. There are a few clubs that will be, a set team roster like Science Olympiad, but for the most part, the majority of our clubs are come and go as you please. So we do ask that they sign up each day so we know who's coming. And
can I elaborate on that, Daniel? Just to make sure clear with the signups, we do have to have the students sign up each day they want to participate. So even though they're going to continuously join, let's say math counts, we know your student's interested and is going to go to every math count meeting, they still do need to sign up through their Schoology account each day. That's a county requirement, and Mr. Fringle needs to capture attendance on that piece. So, Mr. Fringle, I see some more questions in here. Can a student still join a club that has begun, and can you talk a little bit more about Model UN?
Yes, Model UN will be virtual this year. The middle schools are researching how to do that, and notes on competitions are coming out. Push comes to shove, we'll do what debate will do. If we can't go to any physical competitions, we'll put together our own virtual one. And my sponsors are working on that. They are in touch with the Model UN community, and as soon as we get our first one picked, we'll put it out and we'll go. You can still join clubs that have already started. Like I mentioned earlier, it is an open enrollment unless otherwise stated. Certain clubs like Science Olympiad are going to have a set team roster, and we will make that clear which ones are which. Okay, here's a good question. Would there be option for a student to propose a club that they may be interested in starting? Yes, that is what my email is for. A student actually emailed me about a creative writing course, and my only requirements are they need to have a group of friends who are willing to come with them to make it viable, and they need to find a teacher who's willing to sponsor it. Oh, you don't see description accounts on the website. Oh, what is that? Yes, I haven't completed all the descriptions, and I thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. I will get that fixed today. Math Counts is our competitive math team. If your students really like math and they like problem solving, that's really where they need to be. And so they will do this year online competitions against other schools to see, who can solve the most difficult problem and, who can do it competitively. And I hope that answers your question. I'm not a mathlete, so I'm not able to describe it as well as they could. Let me see. Have I missed any questions? Does Cooper send their debate team to national tournaments? Our debate team is new. We started it last year. We did regional tournaments and we placed, but we didn't go to the national level. And then this year, the chapter of the debate league we were in decided not to do anything. So I don't foresee a national tournament for debate this year, just because the league itself isn't meeting. The other middle schools that were in that league with us, like a couple of private schools and Longfellow Middle School, are in the same boat. The difference is Longfellow, Cooper, Carson, we're all in the FCPS domain, so we can pool together and do our own thing, which is exactly what we're planning on doing. And if Model UN falls through, we'll do the same thing there. So the kids will be busy.
I see a question from Vikram that got up there a little bit. The question was, for debate, should we stand by for email updates? It's up on the website, so I would encourage your student. It looks like it meets Thursday afternoon during our B session coming up. So I'd encourage, if your student's interested, have them sign up for it. Have them try it out, see if they're interested. But that's how we can get the ball rolling. Student to join.
Absolutely. If the club is meeting and your child has any questions about it, have them go and talk to the sponsor of the club. I mean, they would love to talk to your child and get connected, because, you know, at this time of life, connections are very important, and we need to make as many as possible. To join a club, do you need? Yes, you do need an access code to get to the club on Schoology. And as your child signs up, I will take their email address from that form and email them that access code. I do a mail merge at the end of every day to get those codes out to people. And I am frequently checking my emails throughout the afternoon to make sure they get connected to where they need to be. Sign up daily through the Google form that is posted on the Schoology group. Every morning at about 7:30, I put that out, and it has a link to that day's sign up form. And let me show you. I'm going to back up on the slides a few bits and show you that. Yeah, there it is. The message will look like this. It will be on, it moved from the All Students Cooper page to the After School General Information page, but this is going to be what the message looks like. And you see the blue hyperlink text at the bottom. That takes them to the sign up form. So have them Schoology every day for their messages to see what they want to be a part of that day. Whoops, went too far ahead. And as always, if you have a question that I haven't answered, or I've gone too fast, or you want clarification on something, please email me. I am available most hours of the day. There's my email. And I would love to have some more questions if you have them.
I appreciate it, Mr. Fringle. Thanks for taking the time to work with our parents on this. I see some people popping out. If you have any more questions, please throw them in there, and we're happy to answer them as we go. I do want to plug in for our next two parent series. We have them planned for October 7th and October 14th. Next one is some of our school counselors here who are going to be talking about how to support students with behavior, academics, and wellness. That'll be next Wednesday. And the following Wednesday is be a session on grading and reporting, specifically on our rolling grade book and some of the differences that you may want to know about with regards to how the rolling grade book looks for the year. So again, please join us for those. If you missed any sessions previously, I appreciate Mr. putting all our recordings up there so you can view them on your time as well. So I'll turn it back over. I know some people are popping out. I appreciate it. And Mr. Fringle looks like you got a few more questions that are coming in. But again, this kind of concludes it, and we'll hang out here, of course, to finish answering some questions.